Hi YouTube, this is 133 MHz, and today I want to show you this Newten Boy II Famicom clone, which is a bit of special as Famicom clones go, because as you can see, this is a portable Famicom clone and it is wireless. So it can broadcast the game signal to your TV without an RF or AV cable. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of it. This is the front with the controllers, the reset button here. This is the power LED. Now here you got the cartridge slot, so the front of the cartridge, the label faces you when you're playing like this. So it's a plain 60-pin cartridge slot. Here's an RF output. Here's an AV output through a stereo mini plug 3.5 millimeters like you use in headphones. This is the RF antenna. On the bottom we have the AC adapter input. This is the power switch, this is on and off, and 9-pin port for a second controller and a headphone jack, but unfortunately no way to control the volume from that. And on the back of the clone, apart from the serial number and the model, you can tell there's a place for a battery pack to go in here. Here's the electrical contacts, and these are the holes for the tabs to attach. So this thing had a battery pack so you could play it truly portable, but unfortunately this one didn't come with it. So I want to show this to you. I want to make a range test on how the broadcasting antenna works, how far you can get from the TV before the signal distorts and all that good stuff. But I don't want to be tethered to an AC adapter while I do that, so I'll have to come up with something to hook up a battery to this console, you know, without the original part. I have taken all the screws out, so I can just lift up this cover, and here's the system itself in all its glory. This is the antenna wire. It connects from the RF modulator. As you might be able to tell, the cartridge slot is actually a PCB riser. The 60-pin slot is soldered into the motherboard, and you can actually take this part off, like so. So we'll leave that in there. Here's the voltage regulator, 7805, not very efficient for a battery powered device. This seems to be an audio amplifier. Here's your standard crystal for NES stuff. You can already tell it's got a UMC chipset. This both are the RAM for the NES system, you know, the 2 kilobytes of work RAM and 2 kilobytes of video RAM. Also a small, maybe an address decoder or something. So we're gonna take this thing apart a little bit more. And here's the NES on a chip. Quite a unique model, I must say. It's not your traditional NOIC, which is covered which is bonded directly to the circuit board with a glove of epoxy on top. It's actually a quad flat pack chip. So it's not even a full NOIC because it's already got external RAM. So inside this chip there's only the CPU and a PPU clone. There's no internal RAM or anything. It's not a complete solution. And the manufacturing date on it is from 1992, which is also true for these other chips. They're all from 1992 according to their manufacturing date codes. So here's the NOIC, the RAM, and when I got it, it had a bit of a problem on solder joints. It didn't work. It was because of the solder joints here on the power input and on the RF modulator. The traces were broken. Maybe this had a bit of a fall, and the traces were ripped out from the board, so I had to redo them. But it works fine now. So here are the contacts for the battery system, which just go to this power input jack, which when you insert the AC adapter plug on it, it disables the battery contacts. And unfortunately, this is kind of bad. So it doesn't make good contact now, and the battery power as well as the AC power pass through the 7805. So it's not a very efficient design. A lot of power wasted on that if you're running on batteries. Here are the controller rubber domes, and the antenna plug, I mean the antenna cable, comes right out of the RF modulator. Seems like on a different tab than the usual RCA connector for the RF switch. And overall a pretty decent clone. We now know it's from, it's probably from 1992 or 1993, so it's early 90s. Quite a bit of good construction here for a clone system. I'll put this back together. For replacing the original battery pack, which is not present anymore, to make it portable again, this is the solution I have come up with. Some Velcro plus double-sided tape to hold 6 AA rechargeable batteries in these little nice flat battery holder things. These are all wired up series to standard barrel plug for plugging into the AC input of the console. So by using rechargeable batteries, 6 of them in series, the voltage will be 7.5 volts in total, which is enough for the 7805, and it's not too much as to produce a lot of waste power as heat. So it should run well, and I should now hook this up to the Velcro so I can remove them easily if I wanted to, because removing the batteries from these holders might be a little difficult when they are too close together. So I can just remove them like this and change the batteries at will. Not very elegant, but should do the job. Should get it portable enough to try it out. Here we are, ready for testing. I have put a game in. First I will show you direct AV quality thanks to the stereo mini plug to RCA adapter. I can hook it up direct to the TV's composite input. The TV is already into AV mode. And here we go. Video quality is decent. Brightness and color are okay. It's quite a nice picture for a clone. Fortunately, it has the audio bug where the duty cycles are swapped, so it's got incorrect audio like most NOAC clones. But the rest is not bad at all, actually. Pretty nice bright picture. The noise channel on the audio is a little bit too loud for my taste. It overpowers the other channels, but for clone quality standards, it's pretty much fine. But this is not what you came to see here. We're going to try the wireless functionality. So bear with me for a second. Okay, ready for wireless testing. The TV has been set into channel 3 and an aerial has been hooked up to it, fully extended. Going to do the same with the console, fully extend the aerial, and boom, wireless NES. The video is a bit darker and the sound is a little bit louder than through composite, and of course it's also very fuzzy, but that's to be expected from a wireless RF connection, but seems to work quite well. I'll move around to try to test the range of the transmitter. I'll go back as far as I can go. yeah, as you can see, if I go too far, it cuts out entirely. And the walls and stuff pretty much destroy the signal, which I think it's a good thing. You don't want to have a high range transmitter on one of those. You don't want your whole block to see you playing Nintendo. But it works quite nicely for what it is, I think. I will retract the aerial, see what happens. As you can see, it pretty much destroys signal quality. But yeah, it's all working. Nice little experiment. So this is my Newten Boy II wireless portable Famiclone running on batteries, transmitting directly to the TV set. So thanks for watching.